Hello everyone and welcome into today's video, and have I got something a little bit crazy for you. Today we're going to be using a mixed match of mods to try and have a good time, and we're going to see how well they go together. The first mod for today is the Portugal Rework, a mod that completely changes how Portugal is in base game. You know, we need a new expansion, and the expansion has to focus on the Iberian Peninsula, a little bit of Portugal, a little bit of Spain, a little bit of everything. Next up, Orbital Bombardment. I saw this mod on the workshop and I was like, you know what? I like Halo. I like the idea of having like orbital bombardments, you know? I like the idea of like a Star Wars orbital bombardment, just shooting the ground with spaceships from the sky. And you know what? I like it, I want it, I need it, I'm testing it. And number 3, best portraits. You might be asking, Anglo, what's best portraits? Well, let me introduce you to best portraits. We're having a good time today. Never in a million years did I think I'd become a Guna HOI4 channel. My God. But with that being said, for today's video, we're hopping in the land of Portugal with our leader, Antonio de Oliveira Salazar. And hopefully, I don't know, let's see what this rework of Portugal can do for us. So without further ado, let's get moving. So first things first, we need to check out our rework focus tree. What is life like as a Portuguese player in this mod? This is probably the most important part of it all. As it seems, there's a big focus and emphasis on the royal line. I feel like that's the big push with this rework, and it seems like we can choose to go our own monarchy, which allows us different avenues. We can end ties with the British and become independent. We can stick with the Brits and do our own little thing. We have got a question about Iberia, where we can support their monarchy, or we can just abuse them and annex them. And then over here on the right side, we can, you know, join the Germans, formalize an alliance, and go on a mad one, breaking up Spain and eating it all. Even going as far as proclaiming the Kingdom of Hispania. I'm not gonna lie, I like this flag. This is a cool flag. However, we also have this line here: monarchist uprising in Brazil, Empire Brazil, Kingdom reunited. Now, I like this. This is cool. This gets us more territory very quickly, and that's a lot of building slots for little old Portugal. And if I mix that in with a focus I found, which is colonial army, which gives us non-core manpower plus 10%, plus Luso-tropicalism, which is going to give us the manpower and factories from Mozambique and Angola, we could maybe turn into a nice little powerhouse. So I think the idea here and the goal here is monarchist uprising in Brazil. So we're going to go ahead. Estado Novo. Let's go. New state. Then very quickly, we've got our orbital bombardment policy. Allows users to destroy armies on a planet from space. More punitive orbital combat stances can also destroy buildings and kill populations. So I can, oh, wait, hold on, let's have a read. Abduction, what's this? Bombardment targets enemy population centers with specialized raiding craft that scoop up their people and bring them back to our worlds to put them to work. Every 4 hours, drop 1 nuclear bomb on each country currently at war with Portugal, except for Portugal's core states. The bombing will convert 2.5% of the local population into Portugal's manpower. Wow, okay. Armageddon, we're dropping 4 nuclear bombs for Armageddon. Okay, nice. And indiscriminate, we're just nuking everything, including our own cores. This is this is a bit mad. Well, as of now, I don't have any nukes, so I can't do anything with that. So I'm going to go about my business, be happy little Portugal, and I'll see you when it's time for a nice cultural revolution. We love cultural revolutions. Revolutions are great. So it's time to stop our progress for just a minute, and we're going to have a look at the state of the world, because it's only 37, and my God, the world's on fire. So starting off over in Spain, we have our Spanish rebellion. We have the nationalists who have their military junta versus the Republic of Spain, led by blonde glasses and not bad leader. I don't know. I don't know how to describe these portraits without being like, yo, this AI generation, yeah, you know what? This is Guna bait. Hey, listen, I liked the anime one. The anime one was fire. I kind of simped on the anime one. I'm sure there's a few portraits that are going to have me like that today. Mussolini's no longer with us. We now have Dino Grandi as our leader with a silver tongue. In France, we have Pierre Laval. Germany, Adolf is looking mighty fine. The UK is currently with no parliament, and I'm very interested to see what King Edward is going to look like. I'm very interested. The Onion is here, but I don't think Joseph is going to be around for long because the provisional Russians have turned up to party. The Indians are rebelling with Mohandas Talwar versus the Pakistanis with Qazi Muhammad Essa. The Kingdom of Siam is looking fire. Yan'an is looking fire. Guangxi Click is looking fire. Bhutan is looking fire. Tibet, looking cool. Korea is looking fire. State of Japan, that's pretty cool. Very Americanized portrait, that one. And then Hirohito got me simping. I can't say nothing. I just, it is what it is. It is what it is. And we've got some cool ones over in the Americas as well, like Argentina, Peru. Peru is looking fire. So we're going back to it as it is Portugal. I have got 7 stability, which is not looking too hot. And unfortunately, it's going to be a state of civil war because restoration of the monarchy. If stability is below 40% at the time of this focus is completed, a civil war will start. Oh, no. So I'm going to have to beeline this. You know what? Cancel this. I'm gonna have to cancel this focus and go straight for this. It's gonna be a tough one, but we're gonna do what we can do. And just like that, the civil war has started. The rebellion from Antonio, it's not even Antonio Salazar. I'm Antonio Salazar. No, I'm not. I've got a new portrait too. Damn, Duarte Nuno looking fine. But we are against Francisco de Barcelos Relau Preto. And so far, so good. It seems fairly even. I am trying to do my best to defend. I do need to get the ball moving a little bit here, though. So I'm going to try and pick up the pace and get this civil war done and dusted as soon as possible. Things are not looking too hot for our progress so far. So I need to turn this around ASAP. Also, if you look down at the bottom of the screen, you'll see that our generals also have portraits. Bar Jorge. Jorge doesn't have one. Jorge's just Jorge. But I need to get myself a new general. And I have a selection. But you know what? Brigadier Hermenegildo Ferreira, promote. You are now my new battalion commander. Get in there. Thank you very much. Offensive doctrine. Don't mind if I do. Crush the fascist rebels. Thank you very much. Let's get the ball rolling, people. Tick-tock on the clock. So after waiting a long time and doing a lot of like internal work for Portugal, it is now currently 1940. But you can see there's no Germany. And that's because in the blink of an eye, I can't even English, in the blink of an eye, the war happened. And the Streza front is now a thing. And it's a mix of, you know, Napoleon, King Edward, Dino Grande of the fascist Italians, and Ignacy Moshiki of the Polish. Yeah, it's a strange faction. I don't really know what's going on. Oh yeah, and China and Soviet Mexico. So this faction is now at war with the Asian faction, which consists of Manchukuo, Menkukuo, the Shangxiyan state, and Xiaibei Sanma. And you know what? Xiaibei has Bei in it because she is Bei. And you know what? I think I need to join this faction. No, simping's gonna get me killed. I think the safe bet for me to do is because stability is very hard to come by, and the whole Brazil thing is not working out. So I'm going to go legitimate McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey. All right. Legitimize the monarchy, and we're going to go with stick with the British and kind of work our way down this line, maybe. I don't know. It's very underwhelming. I need to do something. I need substance. If I end, I'm screwed. If I go with them, it's boring. If I go Germany, I'm alone. See, I can't even do the Iberian question anymore because with the Iberian question, both sides of it are locked behind one thing, and that is the Civil War. The Civil War is done and dusted. It's finished now, so I have no choice. Well, I guess my only choice is to stick it with the Brits and go down this way until I'm big enough, bold enough, and bad enough to fight everyone else. Good old King Emperor Dom Duarte. Not gonna lie, it may be AI, but this portrait fine AF. Now, fast forward into the year of 1942, and it's finally time to pounce. I was gonna go after the Spanish or the Brazilians, but the Brazilians are too large in army size compared to me, and the Spanish are gonna rock my day. They're not gonna give me a happy time. Now, but if we have a look at the war map here, the French and their faction, they're at war with these lot. Down here, the Netherlands, the Dutch East Indies. They're also at war with Australia. They're also at war with America. Now, this is not a problem for me because they are not going to come and harass me. They're not going to give me a bad time. I'm surrounded by too many of these guys for that to be an issue. However, I have a claim on the Netherlands. I did have a claim on the Americans. Long story short, because of my focus down here, expand Portuguese Indochina, it automatically gives me a claim on Dutch East Indies, but because the Dutch East Indies no longer exist because the Netherlands have been kicked out to over here, I now don't have that claim anymore. My word. Okay, right, I'm going to go after these guys. I'm going to get myself a nice little claim on them. 9 more political power, and then when it happens, I'll declare war, and I can join the faction of these guys, hopefully. And then once that's done, I ain't leaving. I'm not leaving until I use them to help me take down Spain. I ain't leaving until they help me take down these guys. I ain't leaving until they help me take down Brazil. I ain't leaving. Listen, it may be a rework and it may add fun to the tree, but at the end of the day, Portugal is still Portugal in 1936. So we've just done our focus over here of Recover Brazil. Now, Recover Brazil made Brazil break apart. We now have integralist fascist Brazil and we have the Empire of Brazil. Now, Prince Pedro is struggling a little bit. He's got so many debuffs, it's crazy. But we have been granted access and we are coming over. There's only one downside though, and that's the integralists are at war with Japan and the Empire is in the faction of Japan. So if I did want to annex them, I think I'd have to go to war with Japan. I'm not sure how this one's going to work out. But I've got my first conflict, my first war. My troops are over here. They're having a fun time. We're going to reunite the borders, get the Empire of Brazil. And then after that, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Actually, if I'm going to be completely honest, I don't know if that means we're going to annex them. I don't know if it means they're going to become a puppet. I don't know what's happening. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a little bit of a mind baffle, but either way, I have my PP. I've got so much PP, I could justify it if I wanted to. But now that we're against Brazil, I'm going to wait for a minute and put my PP into getting manpower. Because everyone knows that high PP and big PP equals more man. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to wrap up Brazil and we'll see where that leaves us. So we've managed to help Brazil unite. We've helped them destroy the enemy and they are now the Empire of Brazil led by Prince Pedro. However, we have this focus here, our Portuguese brothers, and I just reread it and it says that they're going to become a core of the Kingdom of Portugal. Now, I don't know if that means they're going to become a core and they are mine, or if that means Brazil is going to convert and become Portuguese. I am not sure. I do not know. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to press play, let the day tick over and wait and see. Maybe I can get lucky here. Nothing. Okay, right. Okay then. Right. Well, I guess that's that. Empire Brazil will stay Brazilian. Okay, that's disappointing. Right. Well, I suppose I got to go declare war on Japan now. Who are Japan at war with? Japan are at war with only... Oh, okay. I see. Right, I'll declare war on the Netherlands then. I'll get invited into the faction, and then once I can, I will join. I'll have fun. Everything will be hunky-dory, and then when I'm ready, I'll come back and get my revenge. We're going to have the great Portuguese Empire. No one will stop us. And there we finally have it. I was looking for my way to enter the war and into the faction, and I finally got it. As you can see, we are at war with Uruguay and the US. Now, I thought to myself I want to invade Brazil, but because they're allied with Japan, they're probably going to have a good navy protecting the coast. So I used the military access to declare war on Uruguay. Uruguay then have joined the faction with Norway, Venezuela, and Mongolia. So you're wondering, why America? America had the Monroe Doctrine, and because of that, they said, stop declaring war and we'll let you be. And I called the bluff, and it turns out the bluff was not a bluff. So they declared on me. Now that I'm against the same enemy as them, they invited me to their faction. I am finally with Napoleon, Edward, and the rest of the chaps. So now it's finally time to turn it around. It's only taken us until 1943 to finally get involved. I have 10k manpower, 3 years off my fuel supply. It's not looking too hot, chaps. I'm gonna be honest with you, but we can turn it around. I just need to get in and get it sorted. I need some form of growth. I need to take Brazil. I need to take America. I need participation points to get mill factories to turn this around. We're gonna get it done slowly, but surely we're gonna get it done. And here we are, finally, our peace treaty. We managed to work hard to get things done, and in the end, everything went well. I'm very happy with how things went, and you know what? It was a good peace treaty. It was a damn good peace treaty. I'm ready for it. We managed to work our way, and we were the ones to actually get America to capitulate and Canada to capitulate, which were the final two pieces of the puzzle. We also managed to get Brazil to capitulate. A lot of it was stalemate until we turned up, and I just kept pushing and poking and prodding at certain places, and well, would you know it worked. I'm gonna go ahead, take what's rightfully mine, the peace treaty, and then I'll see what happens. So I will see you in just a moment. And there's your peace treaty. In the war, we did manage to get up to 16% in the peace treaty. I mean, third Rome, Italy, and France were only at 10%. So we definitely did our part, but we only walked away with this. The Mexicans did most of the work, hence why they are now the Great Mexican Soviet Republic with Vicente, I don't know, you tell me. Lombardo as the leader. We are Portugalese thanks to our focus, and that's because we got a claim on Galicia over here, as you can see. So we are now Galiza? Bro, I don't know. But thanks to that, we've got manpower from our cores in Brazil. We have lands in Portugal. And I noticed I have this button here, right? Apparently we can just use these. We don't actually need nukes. We can just straight up use these, which is incredible. So very, very quickly going through my decisions, there's pretty much nothing of note here other than developing regions. So we're going to do that. Repair the canal, don't need to do. Submit offer, don't need to do. Develop the mines. I can do that. And as you can see, we're still at war with the state of Japan, which is something that I am going to momentarily fix. I'm going to get my troops ready. I'm going to get them primed and set. And then when the time is right, I'm going to send them over to Japan. For now, though, I just need to get everyone lined up at home. I need to get my numbers up. I need to get my factories going. There's a lot to do and not a lot of time. So let me grind it. Oh my God, I got 150 factories. This is fantastic. Right, let me get sorted. I'll see you soon. And thanks to the Brits landing a naval invasion down here in Kyushu, we as the Portuguese were able to get on land and push. Our cavalry are about to walk into Yokohama and then Tokyo, which, looking at the chart here, should get the job finished. I'm going to go ahead, let it happen, and then in the peace deal, I'm going to take from Japan that was originally Portugal. And what I mean by that is, if you guys remember, many moons ago when the land of Christendom was spreading, the Portuguese set foot in Japan, but then they also had Japanese little shogunates. Is that the word I'm looking for? No, daimyos. They had little daimyos across like southwest Japan, okay, that were loyal to Portugal. So if I can, I mean, looking at the score here, I do have a semi-decent score. I'm doing better than the Swedes and the French, so maybe if I do pop it, I'm going to be able to pop it a little bit, but I'm going to try and pop it, and then if I can, I'm going to try and take what was a Christian daimyo that was converted by the Portuguese. So bear with me. And there's your peace treaty. Third Rome took 3 states, Great Britain took 7, China took 6, Korea was annexed, Portugalician Japan was puppeted, and the non-allied party of the Kodoha has been put in power for the Japanese shogunate. So what does that mean? As you can see here, this is pretty much as far as, well, Catholic Japan went under the Tokugawa shogunate. It's only here we have Kozu Oku as our leader, and then in mainland Japan we have Mineo Kamiyo as the non-aligned faction. China took Korea and all these northern parts over here. Russia took everything here, and Britain took Okinawa and all the islands. Overall, not bad. But before things hit the fan, before things go wrong, I need to take Madrid. Madrid is the last piece of the puzzle. That's right. We have one task left, and that remaining task is to body Spain. We need to unite the Iberian Peninsula. This is literally the last thing we need to do. On our focus tree, it did give us cause and claims against China because it wanted us to expand further, but I'm gonna be honest, I didn't join the biggest world faction only to turn on them last minute, and it's 1948, so I definitely don't plan on doing that. So I'm gonna get myself ready. I might even just wait it out for the long run, get some tanks in, get some new aircraft in, and then for the final shebang, the grand hurrah, the final close, the curtain call, we're gonna go after the Spaniards. Why not? And it's finally time to bring everything to a close. I have all of my armies focused on Spain, one on the north, one on the south, armored corps in the middle. I have my infantry over here, and then I have my infantry over here ready to do Morocco, and then lastly I have my naval invasion ready to rock and roll to hit Valencia. Spain is about to get rocked. They have a lot of divisions, they have a lot of air power, but they're about to get rocked. So without further ado, Jamie Diaz, goodbye. Have a good time. I'm going to call France into it as well. Thank you. That way I can use their territories. Naval invasion enact. Everyone is go time. And over here I have 3k fighters, 600 cast, 600 cast. It's go time, baby. Look at that. Look at all that green. That is beautiful. That is fantastic. I love it. I need it. And my armor corps are doing amazing as well. They're not even modern tank. I'm literally just using advanced mediums, some mechs, and then some motorized artillery. This is not a major template either. Even my infantry is just many men and 2 boom sticks. That's pretty much it, right? The front line's gone, Spain's crumbled. Let's have at it. They've just joined the faction of these guys, so as long as they don't get invited in, we don't have to deal with Australia. If we have to deal with Australia, please don't mean I have to cap them too. I have to cap them too. Bite me. Oh, Australia, you know what? I don't care anymore. Where is it? Enable bombing, focus bombing on Australia. Do it. Do it. Do it all. We're doing abduction bombing. I don't care. Nuke it. Every 4 hours, you're about to witness a bomb being dropped. Wait, it's not doing it. It's not nuking. Oh, there it goes. Right, every 4 hours you'll get nuked. Suffer the consequences. Suffer them all. Oh wow, that's actually mad. Orbital Bombardment is so OP. Why didn't I use this sooner? I literally just did focus bombing on them, and then they surrendered and became my puppet. Why didn't I do that? Oh my god, bro, it's 1951. I could have ended this in 42. Why did I not do this sooner? Right, okay, Paraguay's joined now. That's fine. We're gonna nuke Spain into surrendering. That's perfectly fine. Don't mind if I do. Again, get the offensives lined up. Go, go, go. Power Rangers, we love you. We love them. Power Rangers are amazing. There we go. Every 4 hours they're being nuked. I don't think they're gonna last much longer. It's only a matter of time before it happens. The question is, are they the only one? Yep. Once they cap, it's game over. Job done. Orbital Bombardment is madness. This is ridiculous. Right, I'm gonna take all of our look, hold on, look, I did 23% of the job. I'm taking home everything. And there you go. Game over. That was quick, wasn't it? In theory of war score, obviously Third Rome is going to come out on top, but in terms of our campaign, Portugaliza or Portugalifia did absolutely fantastic. The Treaty of Buenos Aires, we managed to recreate Hispania. We took all of the mainland of Spain, we took their colonies, we took the Belgian colonies, we took Brazil, Argentina. We did pretty well. We also took America. I'm very happy with this. This was a good time. This was a very, very fun time, you know, and not to beat around the bush. The portraits made it fun. I'd be lying if I said otherwise. But there you go. There's your Portuguese rework mod. The rework was fun. It was a nice, refreshing taste of Portugal. Could it have done more? Yes. I feel like maybe a little bit more on the industry side of things would have been nice. It would have added so much more to it rather than just adding to the political stuff. But even then, the political stuff was a nice touch. It was really, really cool. And it just gave more flesh to Portugal. It just made Portugal a little bit more enjoyable. So I do recommend this if you want to check out something fancy, something new. And obviously all of the necessary mods will be linked down below, both the portraits, the orbital launching, and of course the Portuguese rework. But for me, that's all for today. So thank you very much, guys. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to, of course, click the like button and or subscribe. Share me with your friends to help the growth of the channel. And I will see you. Wow, Third Rome looking fine. As I was saying, I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, all the best and have a good one. Ta-da!